What does one say to an ancient Nephilim ghost?
I suppose you start with...
Yes! Yes! Oh, yeah! Can you feel that, buddy? Huh?
Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen.
What's going on YouTube? It's Filthy, and we're back with another Diablo 3 Season 34 video. This is episode 2 of 30 from our hardcore solo seasonal playthrough on the Crusader. The only two rules you need to try and see if you can beat me that you need to stick to are, number 1, you are only allowed to play the class that you pick. So if it's Necro, Wizard or whatever, you can't go making any other classes. And the other rule is that we're only allowed 30 hours playtime across our SSF account. Now, I did say in the last video that maybe we'd have another rule about we can't have more than one SSF character. I think that's a silly rule, simply because it will stop us from making progress by rolling the belt, which is just a bit silly, really. So long as we're not making anything other than a Crusader, I'm going to say this is fine, and that's what we're going to do. So to timestamp this, we are on Tuesday after the season launched on Friday. So I've done a second challenge rift run, Witch Doctor today, very, very easy, which was nice. And what this means is that we can gobble up ourselves a second challenge rift bag. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to pop this. Now, obviously, if you do get any shards during your time playing through the Crusader, making a level 1 is going to be very handy, because in the loot pool is the Vigilante belt. Now, there's no guarantee we'll get it. The gold wrap is also in there. And so, of course, there's no guarantee that we'll get a legendary at all. But there we go. We just about sneak it towards the end. So we're going to extract that into the cube, because we have the mats to do so. So that is one of our things done for the season. We don't need to put it on this account. So let's go jump back onto the other guy. We won't need that Crusader again, I don't think. There's probably not much value in rolling for a gold wrap. Now, we probably only need to be doing the game on, I'm thinking maybe Tournament 1, because we do get the benefit of Death's Breath. But I think to do the first part of the season journey, we basically just have to do 5 bounties. So maybe if we put it on Master, and that should be good to do a set of bounties. Skeleton King, Gome, RNA, Sidea, any of those would be handy. I don't think we've got any of them. So we'll just do this Act 1 set. Let's see, Butcher. We do have to kill the Butcher at some point. Just checking my seasonal guide thing. I think he's later. Yeah, he's for the champion one, so we don't need to do that at the moment. Let's get the Vigilante in the cube on this character, which is great. We need to fully train up the rest of the artisans, part of the season journey. So this is going to be the jeweler done. And we're going to go and do Miriam. So that is that. We also found ourselves a Zodiac, which is kind of helpful. What we're going to do is, before we get going, we're going to make a two-handed flail, because we should now be flush with Death Breath. So we only need one more to do a second upgrade. So obviously we're hoping that we get the shield, flail of the charge. We don't. We get the Akon's addendum. It is a gigantic 50% damage buff. It does give us quite a little bit of reduction in toughness. Why won't that let me put the passive on? It's because I've already got it. That's why. Potato. Let's do Finery. I think we'll do Finery. So we're going to put Dark Light in the cube for the maximum modifier, I think, and it's got to go there anyway for our build once we're done. So we're going to plop that on the character, and we need to do Heavenly Strength. So this should actually mean our toughness goes back up, because I presume it was the taking off of the shield was going to be the problem. We're going to put the ring with the socket on the character, because we will be looking out for legendary gems. Right, okay. Paragon points, they all go into move speed, crit chance, all res, and pickup radius to start off with. So let's not go and do a boss immediately, because I just want to make sure that we do actually have the damage to get master done. We should do, given the modifier that we've got. But doing the 5 bounties is going to be the first main trick for this. Oh, look at that. So nice. Automatic Fist of the Heavens. Yeah, so this is going to be super easy and barely an inconvenience, which is nice. So once we've got these bounties done, we should be able to mop up the rest of the stuff for the 2-piece pretty comfortably, I think. Again, we're gonna struggle for a resource early on. It just is a little bit how it is. I should probably try and actually get a resource cost reduction gem in the helm. That would be a big deal. And maybe we should sacrifice the pickup radius for resource cost reduction as well, because obviously the faster we can attack, the faster we can clear stuff. Every time we get a level up, we do get like a wrath refill. That is kind of useful, as long as we can fly through the levels quickly, but we can't really rely on that as our method of funding our lightning bolts from the sky. The resource cost reduction. We do have a marquee yellow that we've just picked up, so I think that's going to be a good strategy for us. And if we can find any items with resource cost reduction on them, that would be useful too. Let's just do the pony. We need to remember to do the pony, because the pony, of course, gives us the automatic. Right, so we've got another Death's Breath now. So every time we get up to 25, we're looking to do another upgrade. So I think we'll probably just upgrade the shield, again with the hope of hitting the Norvald shield. Now, we could carry on going for the 2-handed flail. That would certainly work. But I just think that if we got a legendary shield, it might help us out. And you never know what we're going to guess on it either. Right, so, oh, Bloodshot Goblin. Excellent, there we go. All Bloodshots at the moment will be going into the Shield of the Steed, because that is going to be pretty huge to get that. Nice. So we're not quite one-banging stuff. We'll pick up that flail because we want to basically spend as little in terms of actual resources on making stuff. So if we see anything juicy like flails, rings, Crusader shields, we'll try and pick those up, because that will just save us having to like worry about veiled crystals later. And then other than that, we are looking for, as we were doing whilst we're leveling, white items only really. Nice. Okay, that is a regular shield, I think. Oops, let's go to the next one. We just need to add the Paragon as we go, so more move speed, more crit chance. I tell you what, let's do cooldown reduction actually, because that makes sense, doesn't it? All the rest were fine, and then we're going to swap and do resource cost reduction, just because we want more availability to Fist of the Heavens. That kind of makes sense. So always in the game, guys, early on, if you're struggling for something like resource, just have a little look, see what you can do. Oh, an amulet, legendary amulet, what is it? Oh, it's a squirt! No way! No way, that is insane. That is absolutely insane. It comes with some crit on it as well. Only the 60%, but we're not going to use that at the moment, because we definitely don't want to kill ourselves. But once we get our Norvald stuff, then that will be amazing, because we will be able to just melt. So there's another bounty done, so it's nice. We're going to go and kill Firestarter, and then we just have the Butcher left to do. I mean, if this was softcore, obviously that would go straight on the squirts. We wouldn't be trying to save it, we would just instantly be putting it on the character. It might be worthwhile just trying it anyway. But the number one thing with this is obviously don't die, because if we die, we lose all of the equipment that we've got. We keep the cube, we keep the gold, we keep anything that is in the stash, but other than that, if we say sayonara, then that is bad. So we probably should go and pop this in the stash now, just in case the butcher kills us. I think we should be good. We can add the Paragon points before we go. We can always teleport back when we get to the door as well. This Fist of Heavens, we've been so lucky to find this Dark Light. It is genuinely brilliant. Pop all the chests, we never know what we're going to get. Now this might be back that way actually. Which looks like it is. It's not normally a straight line to the butcher, you do have to go along and then down or up depending on where he spawns, unfortunately. I think if they were remaking this today, perhaps they'd give you a bit more of an indication. I hope it's not back that other way. It is. Nice. Okay, let's teleport ourselves back to the start because we've run the wrong way. These things happen. Right. So if we'd just gone a little bit further to the north, we would have realised that we could possibly have gone this way. One of the reasons it makes boss modes somewhat difficult, because you can get a little bit lost. Right, more DBs, num num num. Let's grab those. We should be at 25 now, yep. So that is great. So when we get back to town, we can also do another upgrade. We're going to roll the shards on shields. We've only got 180, so unlikely to get something out of it, but you never know. Our luck seems to be like insane at the moment. So, right. Let's go back to town. We're going to put the squirts in the cube. Sorry, in the stash even. I think we might use it, but for the moment, I'm just gonna save it. And let's hope this dude doesn't kill us. Ooh, yes, there we go. No problemo. So this should be that was probably the most difficult thing that we have to do for Season Journey Part 2. So we need to do a Nephilim Rift. We need to go and kill Sidea. So let's go open the bounty bag. I mean, if we could get a Ring of Raw Grandeur out of this, obviously it would be brilliant. We don't need one as the Crusader, which is a really, really good thing. But if we do get one, we do not. But we can grab up the plans now. Somebody mentioned actually that what do we get? Born's Defiance, Hallowed Defenders. Right, we currently have got no gem plans. You can go and buy stuff off Squirt. So if you get stuck, you can come here and buy these two. 7 million. We've got enough, but I don't think. I suppose we've got to do it anyway, haven't we? So let's just see, because I just want to see whether this does complete the 5 plans or not. It does. There you go. So something new learnt. So I can update my starter video. So that is interesting. Right, Sidea is in Act 3. I'm wondering if we should just remake the game and hope that we can get her as a bounty, because that would obviously be nice. Because it's quite a long journey down to her. So if we could knock the time off that. Asmodan in this game. We also need to do Arene as well. That's a bit of a bummer. Could maybe have reset the game looking for either of them on 1 or 3. Could have shaved a little bit of time off there, I guess. We've got Siege Breaker. That's no good. Belial, we don't do till Torment 4, so that's no good. We probably should be checking Ijwal as well, on the basis that we're on Master. Ijwal, Malthiel, so either of those two as well. So no Sidea, no Ijwal, no Malthiel. Ijwal, what difficulty is he? We have to kill him. I think maybe later. Don't think he's on the hit list. So reset. We're not getting much luck with these reset games, but Squirt's Necklace, I don't think we can complain. Darklight, I don't think we can complain. Gome, we do need, so let's do this. So we'll keep this game. We'll just go kill Sidea first. And we forgot to do the upgrade. Let's go back and do that now. And we forgot to spend the shards as well. Obviously, it's a balance at the moment between trying to make as much progress as we can. Okay, so we crap out with that stuff. Let's go for the flail. Is much harder to get because we can't roll shards for it. So we get a golden flint, which I don't think is going to be very helpful. So let's just bin all of this stuff. Don't need that ruby. Don't need the golden flints. We're not going to be doing anything other than Fist of Heavens. Sidea, unfortunately, is quite far away. Now, we're not going to jump into this vision because it's just going to get in the way and waste our time. Because obviously the main thing that makes the biggest difference is going to be getting the 6-piece bonus. And once we get 2 pieces, we get a nice big damage increase. And it'll just make this a little bit faster. So Torment 4 is kind of where we need to end up at the end of doing all this stuff. Right, so it's just RNA, I think, to get this 2-piece bonus. So we've got Sidea done, so we can go and do that, and then maybe mop up Gome and this Act 3 bounty, and then that's Acts 1 and 3 done. So we only really have got the other 3 to do, and I think Torment 4 should be okay, and we've got time to find other useful items before we have to go and do that. And the important thing with Fist Evans is it's nice and ranged, so we can hang back. Which obviously from the first episode, dipping in and out of the visions, we've got no problem being a chicken. We're definitely not Marty McFly. Just trying to think what else we need to do. I think we need to do the enchant at the Mystic. We need to do the transmog. Oh, Skeleton King as well. I think Skeleton King is somebody we're going to have to do. Oh, we get 200 flail. We've got another golden flint. Let's go do the Skeleton King. And then that should be close to chapter 1 done, but I think we might have to socket some more gems. But I think you can just socket and unsocket the ones in the gear. So I don't think we need to be worrying about finding other items. So melt, all very easy, which we'd like. We need to add the Paragon points as well, so we can do that whilst we're waiting for the Skeleton King's animation to load. Probably still worthwhile, even though it's only on Master. It's worthwhile killing the elites because a couple of DBs here and there are really going to help us out. And we can, of course, chuck our Sage's set to the followers once we get our 2-piece Aegis of Valor going. Right, so let's add the Paragon. Move speed again, still helpful. Max Wrath would be okay, but I would prefer to move faster, I think. So we're going to go with that. Playing with no move speed is just hideous. So I think we're going to try and hit him with a couple of Fist Evans and then get the automatic ones. We get some more DBs, which is nice. Some gems. That's good. So what do we have left to do? Nephilim Rift. Nephilim Rift, is that it? We have to do Master for the current tier we're on. So let's go do that. And then we should be over to Chapter 2 with just RNA, I think. Spider Queen being the most difficult. Right, so we're going to hang on to that ring because we might need that to upgrade later. Braces don't bother me too much. And we don't need... Should we look at this and see whether it's an ancient one? Because obviously if it's ancient, it's going to be a nice damage increase. It is not, so our second golden flint goes in the bin. Another piece of move speed. So this rift, I think, should be pretty comfortable. Oh, Goblin Field! No way! This is just insane, look. This is great for plans. Plans, DBs, all this stuff. Fantastic. What did we get? Oh, we got some plans, got some jeweler plans. We got a two-handed mace, or I think. Got conduit pylon into a speed pylon. Well, this has been the most pleasant of rifts. No pickup radius, unfortunately it's hideous. We do need to have a little look at the altar as well at some point. But I think we need greater rift keys to do that. 2 more DBs. How many DBs are we on now? How many was that? I didn't see. 54. We can do 2 upgrades. That's because we've just murdered those goblins. Pick up the Imperial Gem. Was there a blood shard goblin? There wasn't. We didn't get any blood shards. But we get another couple of cracks at the flail. Now, we're going to run out of materials doing upgrades. It's just how it is. But we're just going to try and do our best to keep upgrading stuff. And we can also do that trick with the conversion of the materials to any whites that we find. Very, very useful. So we will pick those up. And it looks like this is going back up round to the north. I mean, if we find a swift mount, which is a one-handed flail that doubles the duration of steed charge, that would be nice. We could use that for a bit. 2 more DBs. Power pylon should be job is a good one. And of course, we're looking out for our first angelic crucible, and as soon as we get one, we're probably just going to use it on whatever it is that we've got, because it's going to basically be like 40% extra damage. There's an argument for saving it for something useful. We could put it on the squirts, actually, couldn't we? That's something we could do, because we're going to keep the squirts for a little while. And that means that we don't have to find another angelic crucible. So keep our eyes peeled for that. And this is looking like rift done. Exit right next to the door. You don't often see that. That's Horsey, the Rift Guardian, to death. There we go. We get a rift key. We may as well grab the Veiled Crystal. Oh, speed pylon. Let's just grab it. Again, just collecting up some DBs here. And legendary helmets. And Andariel's Visage, which obviously is godly in Diablo 2. I'm probably good in Diablo 4. Not so good in Diablo 3. So there are the plans done. And we'll have a look at the helmet, because it could have like elemental damage on it. We might use it for a little bit. It does, it's got holy, it's got no socket, so I'm not terribly interested in it. Our two-handed mace is not an upgrade. We've done quite well with that Arcane's Addendum, because it's dropped resource cost reduction and cooldown, both of which are useful stats. Right, we've got a couple more blood shards to spend. So we'll pump those into shield, which we miss. That's fine. Right, so we're on to chapter 2 now. Fully equip the follower, Queen Arene, Gome, craft a level 70 ring, replace and transmog. So let's go do Gome. Use the bounty anyway. So this is like a little bit of a double through. Oh, and do we have the bag? We've got the bag? No, we've got to finish this chapter, haven't we, to get the first bag? Of course. What a donut. Again, Gome sometimes is a bit of a pain. I can't quite tell whether it's going to be up or down here. We'll try down. It's not down. We'll try up, left and round, I think. And I'm hoping it's not that little left turn at the entrance, which is looking like it is. So let's just teleport back to the start rather than run there because we're very lazy. So this exit here on the right, going deeper into the keep depths, looks like the way. 2 more DBs. We really need to be looking out for any 200 flails that we can upgrade, because I think we're going to have enough Death's Breath to do 3. I'm not sure on the rest of the materials. We've got a Goblin, thank you very much. And we've got a portal to Greed's Realm. We will go and do this because obviously Boon of the Hoarder is going to be handy. There's going to be resources and goblins in here. So we are absolutely stacking ourselves out with luck here. I mean, we just need a blue goblin really to make this absolutely perfect. So we'll gobble up the gems. Some more DBs. You can get a decent amount of materials if you hit the material goblin as well. Gold is probably the least useful. Less interested in that. But still, really good luck to get this, because it means we don't... Like, obviously, we need a puzzle ring for the Altar of Rites, but we don't have to stress too much. Oh god, lack of pickup radius, so hideous. And in to kill greed. Again, we may as well do this, I think. There's an argument that you should just ignore this and just go for the 6-piece if you want to make the maximum progress, but... whatever, we've done it now. And this means that if we do find a gold wrap, that's, again, kind of handy. So even though I said we wouldn't be back to that level 1 character, we might well be. And we've got ourselves our first Angelic Crucible. So 1 in 3 chance we're going to get the Fist of Heaven's power. So let's use that immediately on the squirts, because we may as well. Could slap it on the Zodiac, I guess. So wish me luck, guys. Every 2 seconds, call down Fist of Heavens and random enemy. After Steed Charge, this effect occurs more rapidly. We've done it. I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. This is insane. Absolutely beyond nuts. What a run. Right, we were heading... not there. Where were we heading? We were heading to kill Gome, weren't we? Wow, this is crazy. T4 is going to be an absolute joke. This is just insane. So Cassette's Code of Righteousness, the Norvald set, that's it. So we'll grab up that 2-handed flail so we can stick it in the cube. It's going to be nice. Just waiting for the horsey to refresh so that we can get to greed a little faster. So there you go. Doing that puzzle ring was totally worth it in the end, because we got ourselves the automatic Fist of the Heavens going immediately. Crunch. Get crunched. Goom. Fantastic. Right. Okay, so what else do we need to do for this? Fully equip the follower, Queen Arene, and crafting. So let's go do Queen Arene, because that is the pain in the arse one. We obviously don't need to do Act 1. This again is another one of those bounties which is quite easy to get lost, unfortunately. And with no indicator, we can't even really kind of guess. So let's just head down. She can spawn up, down, left or right. So it's literally lucky dip this. So looks like it's left this particular time. And then from left, it's going to be up or down. Again, don't know which. Seeing these eggs out the corner of my eyes, get excited and think maybe it's a pool of reflection. Sadly, it is not. Let's try it up. I think this might be an up and round one. Can't be 100%. It could be. I don't think it's going to be there. It might be hook around to the right after we get up here. Unless this is the end of it, this particular little bit. In case we might be porting back to the start again. It looks like I've actually called one correct for a change. So that is nice. Hopefully we can one-shot her without going into her animation. Yeah, there we go. So that is that done. So I grab up the Death's Breath. So I think that was the most difficult part that we had left. The rest should be good. Right, let's upgrade this. Khan's leniency. Not what we're looking for, so straight in the bin with that, I think. Right, fully equip Mr. Follower. He can have that. We are going to have to give him a weapon, I'm afraid. Let's give him a dagger. We probably could have picked one up off the ground if we'd thought about it. Because he obviously can't use our flail. He can take the rest of our stuff, though. Oh, no, he can't. Sanctify. I've sanctified it. We can't give it to him. Have we got another amulet? No, we've salvaged it. We have to craft a level 71, though, anyway. So let's make a level 70 amulet. He is max trained. Didn't even think about it. I forgot. We can't give the follower level 70 stuff. Sanctified level 70 stuff, that is. Right, there we go. We'll have those back, please, Mr. Follower. We'll also have back our Zodiac. And we'll take this yellow. I mean, we don't need it. We don't need it. I was going to say we'll keep it because we might upgrade it, but we don't need it because we're going to be rocking this for a while. We probably should roll the amulet as well. May as well. Life Pit is no use. We've not got many materials to do this. But like 1,000 vitality, that'll do for now. Because that is pretty nice. Right. So we need to transmog something at Miriam as well. So let's do this. We'll just pick the cheapest, crappiest looking thing ever. That is chapter 1 done. Or chapter 2 even. Part 1 of our Hadrigs. So gloves and helmet. So this means the follower is going to inherit the Sage's set now. Because we no longer need it. We get a crit roll on the gloves, which is nice. And we get 13 Mr. Heaven's. That is nuts. That is just so stupid. We need a belt. We do not have a belt anymore. Because we're going to give it to the follower because we still want the DBs. So we're stuck with this crappy belt for a little bit, guys. But that is okay. Right. On to the next chapter. Now, doing the entire bounties is definitely going to be the difficulty here. So we've got Act 2, 3, 4 and 5 to do. So let's get on with that. We've done Goom, obviously, so let's just really quickly knock these bounties out. and then we can jack the game up to Torment 4, which will be very nice indeed. We probably should just start ignoring everything at this point, because we're very close to getting this boxed off. I mean, if we happen to get past an elite, we'll kill it, because again, upgrading the cube, we're still going to need this Norvald set. So again, looking out for two-handed flails, Crusader shields, so that we can upgrade those in the cube, and any blood shards we get, we're going for shield. And then once we've got those two things, we're going to be absolutely cooking. The only thing we're going to need is Cassette's Court of Righteousness, and that will pop out pretty quick, I think. And then we're going to face the difficult battle of not killing ourselves by over egging the difficulty, because we're going to be squishy to start with. So again, level 1 Crusader I think could be quite helpful for that with the gold wrap belt. We could get the Boon of the Hoarder leveled if we pop into some greater rifts, so that's a consideration. Resplendent chest we'll take. That looked like a Crusader shield. It was. This is going absolutely swimmingly. This is just nutty luck. It's about as perfect. Aside from getting the Norvald's flail in like one of the upgrades, this is about as brilliant as it can possibly be. The two-piece incidentally gives us a little bit of extra damage, which is nice. Right, enter the battlefield. So that's down here, isn't it? I've got 100 enemies to kill. It's not amazing. Got another ring, legendary ring. What is it? It's going to be conventional elements. It's another Zodiac. There's no socket on it, but we could put it in a cube, and then we can swap out that Zodiac with another socketed ring at some point. I was getting cocky there. I was thinking it's definitely going to be conventional elements. The way this luck is going, it is nuts. Pop the cursed chest because this should spawn some enemies. Help us out with the killing stuff. We'll pop it open. We'll take that belt because that's going to be better because it is a level 71. I think we were rocking something much lower. So we might be at full 6-piece by the time we get to the end of this episode, which would be brilliant. Just a question of can we get the bounties done in like the next 15-20 minutes. We probably can't quite get there, but we might not be too far off. So maybe we'll do a slightly longer episode to finish the 6-piece off, and then the next episode can be a little shorter perhaps. Right, there we go. I spy DBs out the corner of my eye, so we'll grab them. Now we can also look out for Staff of Herding parts, but unfortunately this bounty has spawned the Icefall Caves rather than the Caverns of Frost, because that would have been, I mean, that would just be in keeping with this run if we had got Caverns of Frost, Act 3 and Chiltara dropped as the Gibbering Gemstone on Master difficulty on our first try. That would just be insane. More DBs. Can't quite tell what that was. It was a two-handed flail, so we can upgrade that in El Cubo. Cursed chest was hit it. We need to add our Paragon in. Need to be careful because obviously taking our eye off the ball is how you die in hardcore. Near enough always die to something stupid, like forgetting to pause the game, going to make a cup of tea. There we go. Is that done? Pick up the book, read about the Crusaders, grab up the Veiled Crystal, and is this Act 3 done now? I think so. So again, we could get lucky. We could get an Avarice Band. That would be useful. Right. 50 enemies. We should do this largely on the way. It's automatic Fist of the Heavens, and the season theme is just so much fun to play. Look at that. Just arrived and squashed. Insta-squashed. Read about the barbarians. Get back to Stronghold to collect the goodies. You never know, we might get legendary item inside. Could be an average band. That'd be big. We get a two-handed sword, so it might be an upgrade to what we're using. I really should have checked those plans just to see which ones we got. See whether we got guardians, and we need to upgrade that in the cube. We might upgrade that as well. So the Zodiac, that one looks a little better. We can stick that in there. The damage is the same, but we get a whopping toughness. We do lose the ability to get the Akrat's Champion, but I don't think I really care about that because we're not using it anyway at the moment, and we're unlikely to have enough cooldown to be bothered with it. I suppose we'll save it, because once we do get further on, Akrat's Champion is useful. We're going to extract the Zodiac into the cube. Don't really need to do this, but that will allow us to ditch this ring when we get one with a socket, which will be useful. Did I salvage? I've gone and salvaged that Crusader Flyer Levelling. What a donut. Getting distracted. We've only got enough to do one upgrade. So let's just finish the bounties and then we'll see where we're at. Right, Act 1 is done, Act 3 is done, so let's go do Act 2. Again, another annoying bounty, but the automatic Fist of the Heavens is going to make this much easier, because the fishes will just get placed down, and then that means that we can just simply click the Iron Wolf dude. Left or right, let's go up, and then again we'll teleport back to the waypoint rather than running down, I think, because these other two look like they are up here. So that is that done. So let's go back to the waypoint and just hit to the left. This is really lucky. This sometimes can be an annoying bounty where all the stuff is like a bazillion miles away. Grab that diamond and move on to the next bounty. Now, I can never remember if this is down or... yeah. Sometimes with this point that you spawn in, you have to go up, which is that one. Like, whoever designed this game... yuck. I always forget you have to go up for some of the bounties. Very annoying. Right, so we're going to go to the ruins and clear all the dudes out in there. Grab the Frenzied Shrine. I mean, anything with cooldown reduction. If we found a Messerschmitt's Reaver, which resets skill cooldowns with kills, that would do as like a mini little flail of the charge, essentially. There's probably not that many two-handed axes in the Crusader loot pool. We could try and be creative and upgrade that. I don't think it's worth it, but I mean, if we do find one, an Ingeum would be amazing. So anything with cooldown is good. The Zodiac's not really doing much because we're not pressing manual Fist of the Heavens particularly much at the moment. So perhaps I should be doing that a little bit more. But whenever you hit a button, you get dumped off the horse, is the issue. obviously horsey uptime is good because with the Sanctified power, it's just working really hard for us, which is great. Alright, kill all the enemies. The good thing about the Fist of the Heavens having the automatic stuff going for this is it makes these kind of bounties easier, because as we move, it will just simply destroy stuff for us, which is good. Unfortunately, we have to kill everything in here, so this is not like just mop up 100 of them and we're done. So we might end up having to do some backtracking, because again, I haven't been massively paying attention. My brain's kind of working, trying to think, what do we need? What items do we need to get? But now we're at 15 enemies, so they should all be flagged now. So again, instead of backtracking, we can always just go back to the start if we've missed one. Doesn't look like we have. Again, exactly proving my point. That's why the Fist of the Heavens is just beautiful. And we've got so lucky to get the Sanctified power immediately. Absolutely crazy. And we get to go and kill Bane. I was complaining about him during the leveling, so let's go melt his face with some lightning. We're going to ignore the chest. No point. We're just trying to crack on with the bounties to just get on to the next thing. Right, so that is Bane done. We've still got Belial. We need to do him on Torment 4, so there's not much. We're just going to end up having to do him twice, I think. That's not the end of the world. Gobble up the Death's Breath. And picked up a bow. There we go. Right. Filthy. Remember to upgrade that one. Don't go back and salvage. It's just so automatic, salvaging stuff. Just get back and without even thinking about it, just hit salvage. Reminds me, we were playing a board game the other week. Don't say and if you say hesitate, that's it, you goes over. And it is amazing how often you say these kind of like connecting words without even thinking about them. So like you'd have to describe something without saying you do one or two, and then you just immediately like lapse back into just forgetting, and you just go this is, and that's it, boof, out. So it is funny how the brain works with these automatic patterns that we have. No more Crusader stuff, so let's go and upgrade this now whilst I remember. Let's do it before turning the bounty in, because we may as well. We are running out of DBs, so we do need to just collect them up as we go. This again is now a damage increase, 6%. I think we'll keep what we've got, because when we go up to Torment 4, I think we're going to need toughness more than anything. I think damage should be okay. Like 6% damage and 30% toughness. Because we're on hardcore, that's a trade that we might not necessarily want to make at the moment. If we're doing softcore, then yeah, you just, whatever makes the damage number go up, we pick that. Always pick that. But for the rest of it, then no. We want to make sure we're alive. It's basically what we're getting at. Here we go. So that is Act 2 done. So let's turn it in and get it, just in case the game crashes or whatever. Gloves of Worship, I suppose, is probably what we would like out of this. Oh, get in. There we go. Mr. Follower. You can't use them at the moment because we're on Sages, because I think the DBs are too important. We can certainly shove that in the stash. Let's put that in the stash as well as a backup weapon, just in case I F up and we have to re-level ourselves. We've got All Guilds, and I think, is that Guardians as well? So have we got the Guardians plans? We have. Fantastic. So all we need now is Ring of Royal Grandeur. We're going to be absolutely flying. We've got a Crusader shield, So we'll stick that in there just in case we end up needing to upgrade shields. Right, so I think, is it just 4 and 5 now? Malthael Iswell. So I think let's reset the game and try and look for Iswell or Malthael, because we can save a couple of minutes if we can get either of those. So let's just remake. This is exciting. We've got Malthael, so let's go and do that. I think he should be. He's normally a little bit worrisome, but I think we're okay. It's only Master. We've got plenty of defensive stuff, and you can't one-shot him because obviously the mechanics are just not that way around. But you can pretty much two-shot him in between his animations. Not going to pop those chests. We're just going to try and get to him because we're pretty much mopping up this season journey pretty quick. Again, tricky boss on hardcore. This does make me worry a little bit. It's certainly a boss I've died to on hardcore before, so I'm hoping we've got enough damage and toughness to just be able to do this straight on Master. We have to do him on Master for Chapter 3, so this is kind of like why we're playing this particular difficulty. So it looks like we've max damaged him already. So as long as the horse is back, we can just hop straight back on it and hopefully it'll crunch him. Yeah. Nice, there we go, something else done. He's going to drop Reaper's Wraps plans for us, which we need for the Altar of Rights. And ultimately we may as well craft, because they're probably going to be better than our current braces. And collecting up resource would be good. Let's pop the chest. So there we go. And we'll craft the braces immediately. We've got another flail, so let's again upgrade that before we forget, because I think we've still got enough Death's Breath, there we go. Yeah, right, that's the last one for a while. We get the Mortal Drama, which is the Bombardment. We don't need it, we're not going to play that, so rip. Now let's do these braces, because we may as well. We could do Guardians. We could do Guardians. Get the 2-piece bonus, couldn't we? Maybe we should do that actually. Maybe that's going to be better. We do have a 16% roll on the Holy though. I think if we do 2 pieces of Guardians, because that's going to be handy, isn't it? So it is hat and braces, isn't it? We're going to need them anyway. We don't need the belt, so it's a little bit of a waste. But if we do that, then we get melee damage reduction and missile damage reduction. So I think that's probably helpful. So let's do that. Let's put the Reaper's Wraps in the cube. We can go into the altar later. And I think we might be able to do 3-piece Guardians and 2-piece AoV to do the GR40, because I think that might be preferable. Right, okay, that was Malthael done. So back to Act 5 to mop up these bounties. In we go to the battlefield. So this is an area that has got a lot of white items. If we can kind of click this stuff as we go past, pick it up, we may as well. Just simply because, again, materials are going to be helpful to us. And you can see the kind of difference that, like, just the extra couple of level 70 legendary items has made. Like, really crushing stuff now. Yeah, the 4-piece would help a lot with Wrath. So, I'm not sure. I don't know which would be better. We'll grab this armor set off our automatic fist to the heavens, and we will move on to the next one, which is the Burning Man. It doesn't look like, I don't think we're going to get the 6-piece done within the hour, but we're very, very close, which is nice. We've got a vision. Again, I don't think that's worth it at this point. We're just, the main limiting factor to our performance is going to be getting the 6-piece bonus, so I think that's just going to distract us and waste a bit of time, so we will swerve it. We will take another Paragon point in resource cost reduction though, when we are not on our horsey. Plague tunnels, this fairly decent spawn. Again, this one can be miles away. This tile set is horrible, really difficult to kind of navigate your way around, but we look like we've got a lucky one here. It's been a fairly straightforward path to it, he says, and we can't get there. So we're going to go across the bridge and then down. Across the bridge and down we go. Right, to level 2. So again, we can just ignore everything in here. One bang the elite just in case it drops us a Death's Breath, which it does not. Okay, and then we need to kill everything in here. But yeah, we're plenty tanky on Masters, so hopefully when we scale the game up to like Tournament 4, we'll be okay. 50% damage reduction. That's a Crusader shield, so we'll pick up 50% damage reduction from the set. Or do we want the Guardian's bonus? Because that'll probably be not too dissimilar in terms of like what it's going to add to vitality and strength. Interesting. Maybe we'll do it. Maybe we'll do it just for the funsies. Put the Guardians on. 12 enemies left. So they must be up in this corner, I'm guessing. Again, getting distracted, thinking about other things. Let's hope there's all the enemies in there. Yep, okay. Pick up the white item. And then we've got one last bounty on this difficulty. And then it is Iswell and the Act 4 ones. So again, we could reset the game until we get Iswell. And then we don't have to go and do him twice over. But we might have him in this game. I can't remember if I checked. Again, very, very nice with this Fist of Heavens. Automatic stuff. Remember, you used to play Barb and you'd be running around after those dudes trying to kill them. So Act 5. I don't think there's anything of any real use in these bounty bags that I can think of. Pandemonium Loop is something that I sometimes use for the fear chance for Torment 16s. Got Kane's set now, so that is handy. So that is double keys. So we probably should craft that, I think. Put the Crusader shield in there, just so that we've got it. Now, Kane's is going to be useful, but at the moment, we want to make sure that we are getting double DBs, because obviously the upgrade, again, is pretty important to us. So we're going to hang off on Kane's for a little bit. I'm going to pop. We've got 3 Crusader shields in the stash now. That's probably enough. We can stop stockpiling those. But it is just a question of making sure that we've got something to upgrade. Right. So Act 5 is done. So I think that just leaves Act 4. Craft the Imperial is dead easy. Iswell and Act 4. Did we get him? We did not. I think we'll remake the game. We need to do an Imperial Gem. So let's do Diamond cooldown. So let's remake Iswell. We need to kill him on Master anyway. Chapter 3. And then we can go straight on up to Chapter 4. Looks like the game's bugged out, which is annoying. Means I have to exit the game, relog, Very, very annoying, but there we are. These things happen. So it looks like once we get this set of bounties done, we're going to be at the end of chapter 3. So that's just going to leave the Torment 4 stuff, largely speaking. I kind of want the episodes to be about an hour. So maybe if we don't get him, we'll just go kill Iswell, and then we'll call that a day. And we'll mop up this final Act 4 bounty in the next episode. Now, we could remake the game again and just keep looking for him. But that is not fun. There is a bounty this way anyway, so again, we are kind of doubling through here. It's not the bounty we wanted, but at least we get to complete a bounty on the way to trying to find him. We just need him to spawn. Is he going to be over here? Again, we just kind of want to head away from the door, really. And here he is, I think. God, he's miles away this time. It's no good. The great spam. Now he can drop the Staff of Herding plan, so that obviously would be beneficial, because then you wouldn't have to like come back and do him later. But chances is, I don't know, not amazing, but we could get lucky. We do not. But that is at least that done. Right guys, that is going to be the end of episode 2. We have nearly got our 4-piece bonus. We just have to do an Act 4 set of bounties. I think I'll probably just hit end and then re-record these, but I want to kind of clip the episodes to about an hour. Hope you're enjoying the series. Leave me a comment, like, thumbs up. I will keep making these as long as people like them. I've been the Full Casual. Take it easy, guys. Peace.